Welcome back. We turn now to a new off-Broadway show that's being described as an unabashed celebration of self-acceptance. HEAUX Church seeks to move the conversation forward about sex. Drawing on their experience as a pastor's child, Brandon Kyle Goodman blends storytelling, original music, as well as a playful, uplifting message about the parts of ourselves that they say shame tries to erase. Brandon joins us now. They are the writer and performer of HEAUX Church. Also with us, writer and artist Lena Waithe. She serves as producer on the project. Our thanks to you both for being here. HEAUX, H-E-A-U-X. We should note for those listening at home. Brandon, so talk to us about where this show came from.
The show came from growing up as a pastor's kid, but more importantly, 15 years ago, my mother and I stopped talking because she is a born again and I'm homosexual. And so it just started to rupture. And so it was, how do I build a new way of worship? How do I build a new relationship to God? And so this HEAUX Church kind of was born out of that. How do you find joy again? How do you find celebration again? How do you celebrate the parts of yourself that people take issue with or take problems with?
And Lena, tell us why you wanted to be part of this.
Well, I want to give Brandon that credit. They asked me if I could come on as a producer, and I just very casually said yes. I'd seen it already, and I was really moved by the show. I felt very seen by it. I, too, am not in community with my mother, and I think, and actually really nothing to do with my queerness, but really more so the fact that we speak different languages, even though we're both speaking English. We sort of don't understand each other in different ways, and I think what this show does is it helps you to understand yourself. It helps get rid of the shame that we all carry. I mean, I think a lot of people are sexually repressed because they're afraid to like what they like or to desire who they desire. And what I love about what Brandon is doing is he's creating a safe space, making sure everybody feels seen and heard and held. I think that's why the show is unlike anything else that's on stage right now. So
Brandon, this obviously, I mean, to use your words, both of you not in community with your mothers. That's a very heavy topic. But yet, this is playful, light, joyful. How do you navigate that?
I navigate that because I think that laughter is the best medicine. And so we have puppets who are genitals, vulva puppet, a butt puppet, to talk about different parts of sex. I tell my own stories. I share what I've been through. I share the funny stories. And then it allows us to make space to share some of the more vulnerable things. But comedy being the best medicine to actually get into the vulnerability of it all.
Some of the terms you just used there, never before uttered on Morning Joe. I'm pretty confident about that. So Lena, what do you hope that as audience, and we should note it opens on Saturday.
Correct.
And it runs for November 8th, right here in New York City at the Ars Nova Theater on 54th Street. What do you hope the audience takes from this?
Well, look, I think whatever they come to it, they'll take away, but I think they'll also just leave with a newfound sense of self. And also, we don't really have real sex ed floating around. A lot of us, our parents didn't really talk to us about it, or if they did, they said abstinence, or just between a man and a woman, it's intercourse. And what Brandon really tries to educate us about is that sex is many things. It can look very different. It's also sort of like lamb chops play along, but about sex ed, you know what I'm saying? Yes. And Brandon is really great about that.
Yeah.
And what about you?
I hope you take away that you're enough as you are, that you deserve to exist exactly as you are, and that you should dictate who you should be, not letting other people do that for you.
Okay, we kept things PG-13 here. Previews for HEAUX Church are going on right now, as mentioned, at the Ars Nova Theater in New York City. Opening night this Saturday, October 18th, with the show running through November 8th. Brandon Kyle Goodman and Lena Waithe. Thanks to you both.
Thanks for having us.
We appreciate you being here. Up next year, 7 World Cup matches.